Hi there! Welcome back to the Rare Book Views channel where I talk about how much I love books and people respond. Thank you so much for everybody who has subscribed or sent me a message or been encouraging at all. This is a crazy hobby and it is so nice that it has worked out to me. There's a bunch of other book people who tell me nice things about books or tell me what they're reading. I really love it. So if you do have time, please shoot me a line, let me know what you're reading or thinking about. I really love it and appreciate it. I am going book shopping today, which is one of the reasons I appreciate everyone's support. It gives me just a little extra reason to go book scrounging and hunting for treasures. Today I'm going to a charity bookshop and it is on the newer side, so the shelves are not packed. The aisles aren't packed either, which is kind of nice. You can get a little bit of room to yourself and it's not very competitive. It is really cute. It's in a community center and I think it's a very cool vibe. They have a basketball court that turns into they use it for tennis and indoor pickleball and things like that. And that you can check out a basketball as well as books. And they have a regular library and they just have a really cool space. So I like going there, but I don't always find a lot of books, but it is really fun. So today I have a list of all of the fiction, the popular books, some nonfiction that I'm looking for. I have requests for my friends and their kids, so I'm looking for those. And then present shopping, always looking for vintage copies of cool things that I like. So and a bargain, always bargains. So I think there's a lot of things. There's a good chance that I'll find something because I'm looking for so many things. But let's go see what we can find. Trip in the sense that it was really fun. It is a little bit of a drive, so it's kind of a commitment, but it is always fun to be there. There were a few other interesting characters going up and down the aisles. There were some people asking very specific questions of the nice volunteer who volunteers in this sort of used bookstore of the library. In the library, people were coming in with some very specific needs, and he would explain that it's basically donated used books, so it's really hard to know what we're gonna have at any given time, and people wanted these very obscure books. So that was fun to kind of soak up. Gosh, volunteers are the best. And I had a lot of fun browsing there is nothing better than unshelved, unsorted books that just came in and they just priced them, and so there are a lot of shelves of things waiting to be shelved, which was really fun. I think the shelves were a little bit fuller today, so it's nice to see them coming along and the bookstore sort of getting established. That was really cool. I found a couple cool things. I had a book on my list by this author, and I don't know why, which is often what happens with my wish list. I have it alphabetized because at this store and some other places, it's alphabetical by author, so it's really easy to go through. But I have this author for a different book, and I don't remember why I put it on the list. Somebody, somewhere, I saw a good review or someone recommended Janelle Brown, and they did not have the one that I have on my list, but this other one, and it looks really cool and frankly brand new. And it was $2. I love a good suspense or mystery, and this seems like it might be good. And I'm crossing my fingers this is going to be a good author because apparently she has multiple books, and that always is fun. It is great when you discover someone new and they have a bunch of books already, which is what happened to me pretty much with Ruth Ware. I think she's awesome. And I always just tear through her books. I just gobble them up. And I keep finding more that I didn't know existed. So I think I discovered I was late to the Ruth Ware party, and I'm hoping there's potential for Janelle Brown. So Watch Me Disappear is what I purchased, and I cannot tell you what it was that was on the list already, but I am very hopeful that will work out. And the other cool I found, Agatha Christie, another one that I don't know where I've been, but I have read about Agatha Christie and I've read her biography, but I just got into her books not that long ago, and I just think they're great. I think they're super fun. They tend to be on the shorter side. They are very, you feel like you're in England. They're very vivid, very evocative of that time period of England. I feel like I would know what to wear to an Agatha Christie party. So this one is vintage, which is my favorite. I think I really enjoy vintage, especially classics. I like to have vintage copies. Her books are sought after, so I'm generally buying at my frugal price range book club editions. This one is a book club edition, and I can show you the points on the dust jacket, which this dust jacket, fantastic. It looks a little creepy. It looks like there might be vampires involved. I don't think there are. That just is not Agatha style, but I'm loving this vintage art. And on the dust jacket, you can see it just says that it's book club down here, which is great because sometimes you'll see them price clipped and you can't tell if that was a price or the book club. So here you can tell it's on this flap down here. And I did look, there is nothing on sometimes on the back cover, there's a slight mark that means that it's book club, and this one does not have that. But it does have, I've noticed this sometimes, you'll get this 4-digit number somewhere on the book, and that often means that it's book club also. So this is a reprint. Book club editions often are smaller. They cut them down so it's less paper to produce. Sometimes the paper is thinner so you can see through, which is not my favorite thing in the world. In this case, you kind of can. The paper's thinner. You can see the text coming through the other side. And that means it was more economical. It was less expensive for the publisher to actually print them, which means that for the Book of the Month Club, this distributor, it's just less expensive. So that means they know, if you're a subscriber, they know how many copies they need, and they can make them at a little bit of a less expensive price, which helps their margin. And I don't know what to tell you. At a used bookstore, normally, if you took these and tried to sell them to a used bookstore, they would decline because book club editions don't generally retain any value. But to me, I think that when my collection really takes off, because I have many now, a nice shelf of vintage Agatha Christie's is gonna look great, and I don't care if it's a book club. And this one was $3, which is not bad for a hardcover. And it does have a slight on the spine, but I'm gonna put this in a protective dust jacket, and that will zhuzh it up a little bit and make it look a little bit fancier. So I think that will be super fun. I have found quite a few Agathas now that I'm looking, and I keep them sort of on standby, and then when I construct my next to be read shelf, I usually put one. So I might have to pick up the pace a little bit because I've been finding a lot of Agatha, and she is really fun. I think my favorite one, no, I can't tell you. I don't really think I have a favorite. I really enjoyed the modern movie versions of Death on the Nile and Murder on the Orient Express. So it was really fun to read those books after the fact. And then there were none. She said maybe was her best. I agree. That was a great book, but I haven't read them all yet, so I don't know yet. If you have a favorite Agatha Christie novel, please tell me what I should be on the lookout for. And if you have strong feelings about the book club editions, please tell me what you think. Is it crazy that I really believe in the originals, but I'm making an exception because it's just so easy to find them? What do you think? Have I lost sight of what matters, or does it matter? Anyways, thank you very much for spending the time with me today and my shopping adventure. Thank you for all the support, and happy reading.